Here we are. I suppose. Why do I always feel so awkward? Um, this wasn't planned. This wasn't scheduled. I, I've just been thinking it's been a while, hasn't it? Really, too long. Since I last did a live stream. Well, since that stream that we don't talk about here. Let's move on. The dust has settled. Let's just move on. Um, okay. Lots of stuff to get through. Tonight, if you want to join us in the chat, please do come and say hello. Otherwise, it's going to be a very one-sided conversation, me staring into this webcam, just talking nonsense, which I suppose if you're subscribed to Tenor you're used to. Um, Nonetheless, very awkward for me. Do you know what? I really hate that webcam, telling you. Um, because it's not like the normal setup upstairs in my YouTube studio, because that's a normal like setup. Everything's kind of as it should be. On here, it's I don't know. I don't know enough about photography and cameras to like, but it's like you're always aware because it's got a green light right next to the lens. Um, but yeah, yeah. At least I'm sounding good. Um, okay, yeah, so tonight I thought I'd jump on and talk about some guilty pleasures, and no doubt they're going to be shocking to a few of you. Okay, but I've always said, haven't I, that I am a collective, meaning that if I like a band or a singer, like them. Now, that's not to say that I don't have um a a, a particular genre or group of genres really that I like, of course. Um so let's just dive in, and I mean, what I could do is I could show you my CD collection that has not made it to the bin since being a teenager. Okay, that may be interesting. So let's just start with the first pile. Oh, okay, not that one, not that one. That was given to me. So was that. So was that. So was that. So was that. Oh, now this isn't really a guilty pleasure, because the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to, the way I see a guilty pleasure is if my college mates found out, I'm not at college, by the way. Uh, um, they would rib me. They'd like, oh, well, you into them, you, you know. But oh, Blondie. We've had so much trouble actually with Blondie trying to get past the block stage. So, if you've ever requested Blondie and me take a look at Blondie, uh, um, it's not. I don't want to request react. It's just there's so many like um automatic love, heart of glass. Who doesn't? Uh, Call me. The tide is high. Denny. um, hanging on the telephone, ex-offender, um, ah, classic tunes. Oh god. I'm just trying to find you one that you're gonna be absolutely shocked at. Um, oh, we're not doing very well. I know that there are some really like, oh my god, Nat, I see you in a new light. Um, see that'll come as no surprise because people know Phantom and Wicked are it for me. Um, mm, again, you know that I would not class the Beatles as a guilty pleasure. You know, um, now I remember getting this just for one song. Okay, one song, and I ended up liking quite a few. So the song I go away. Uh, the, the song I really liked was "The King of Rock and Roll." Okay. Columbia. Um, and then I really liked "When Love Breaks Down." It's quite a tough song to get through. But the King of Rock and Roll, I mean, it was such a staple '80s, in the '80s rather. Um, it's quite, I don't know, it's quite a, um, I don't know how to describe it really. Are there words in because some albums like why not have a sing song while you're listening to it? Oh, it does. Totally does. Right. Um, oh, yeah, all my lo can you it's like tiny, tiny, tiny. It's like size 8. Oh, all my lazy teenage boasts are now a high prescri I can't anyway, that's filled in a bit of background. Right, I can't believe the comments section is empty. Mind you, it's Friday, isn't it? You're probably at the pub or like nightclub. Um, this one is really special to me. Okay, because my mum was into oh, reflection. My mum was really into the soldiers. Um, I I must have something that's going to shock you. Now talking about this one goes so far back, we're practically in Narnia. um, there used to be a mail order music and video club in the UK called Britannia Music and Video Club, and a very expensive way of building up your CD collection. Well, you used to pay. This is how they got you, right? Uh, um, pay 99p for 5 CDs, and you're thinking, "Wow, what a bargain! More than a bargain." Sign me up. That's your first mistake because most people of my age group didn't read the small print, and you was tied in a contract. You had to be 18 to like take advantage of this, and you had to buy it like don't know what it was. It was like over the course of this 12-month period, you had to buy 3 regular priced albums, okay? And the regular price albums were so much more than you would have found at Woolworths or HMV or any other source like that. And it was a con. It was an absolute 100% con. But the reflection I get, this is like, what is giving the reflection? Right. Uh, if I keep it down there, okay. ABBA Gold signed. So, Benny, Bjorn, Frida, and oh my god, this is so embarrassing. And Agnietha. It's been a long week at work in customer service. I mean, give me a break. But yeah, again, not guilty pleasure. Not guilty pleasure. Um, the Boney M album Night Flight to Venus from 1978 is an excellent album. I'm just going to check actually. Good evening, Jason, by the way. I'm just going to check whether, because I had a Boney M album, um, uh, and I can't remember whether my album. Right, let's just get back there so you can see what I'm like. Actually, okay, right. Albums, images. I think would be a definitely add. No, nothing. Oh, that looks familiar. I probably had just the greatest hit. Oh no, no. Oh yes, this. I had this. Uh, um, and yeah, yeah, I had that one. Um, I mean, oh, should I like cancel it? Yeah. I was massively into Boney M. Uh, um, I mean, the vocals, the production, the sheer majesty of those live instruments. You can always tell, you know, work that has been produced to a high standard that involves instruments, and you know, you could almost like I probably go on about this on reactions all the time, but you could almost feel them like going around, doing a 360 and like caressing your ears, and like I can't be the only one that feels like that, surely. But yeah, uh, top notch. Uh, um, yes. So, thank you, Jason, for that one. Greetings from Rio. I'm a prog prog rock fan. Surely ABBA is the best playlist of pop music. They have at least 5 tracks in the top 10 pop songs in history. Yeah, yeah. I mean, what I love about ABBA, it is they were so their sound was so divisive. You know what I mean? And inclusive, and they were so brilliant. You know, painting this landscape, and you think you know where you are, but this is the brilliance of ABBA, of course, and all great songwriters. You know that they can veer you off into plus one, so you're still in the moment, but it's like take a look there. Oh, and it's like stirring up all the emotions and feelings, and like oh god, I love them. Love them. Right, let me continue. Um, Now I found this. I used to have the original when Meatloaf what were in the charts with "I'd Do Anything for Love, but I Won't Do That." I mean, that music video changed at last something gothic that was being played like that I could relate to. It was like, oh, and the makeup meets makeup. The whole thing was like in this. I can't remember whether it was a castle or like mansion, but it was really like dark and I loved it. I wanted to wanted to move there. Right. Um, Now this is a guilty pleasure. And I'm not going to apologize because they are The Simpsons. And again, oh, what is it? Must be the monitor, right? The Simpsons Sing the Blues, the first album from The Simpsons. The second one, I believe, was In the Key of Springfield. Okay. And as I can recall, that had a pinky cover. But yeah, we've got God, look at the way they've like oh stop it. Detailed the so do the Bartman. Um uh on here I actually like sibling rivalry. That's quite a because you've got lots of like key changes that you wouldn't think work. It's quite bare as a track. You know, I think it's on the organ or like reed organ. Uh, um, yeah. Meatloaf's Bat Out of Hell and Snade's. Is that how you pronounce it? Snade. I'm sure it's something like that. Nobody's Fault are underrated albums. Yes, I would go on record and say Bat Out of Hell changed my life. Um, Thank you. Uh, um, there was nothing like it, you know, in terms of again production. You really felt as though you were in the music. I mean, Bat Out of Hell has got one of the longest in introductions to a piece. Okay, and there's a real reason for that. You know, it's not throwaway pop or throwaway rock or whatever you want to like label it as music. Um, this was meant to stand the test of time, and like, look, it does. You know, that intro really takes you on the journey to what is eventually gonna be the journey. Okay, I just there's a really cool YouTube video actually where I don't know whether it's Jim or me, but they actually break it down like that thing that sounds like a motorbike is actually a guitar. I mean, I don't do guitars, but I just appreciate them, and, like, I look back, stand back, and, like, yes. But I actually thought that was a guitar. So, if they can fool me, which, let's be real, it doesn't take. But yeah, I don't know what the B-side, we used to call it the B-side. You don't have a B-side on a on a CD. So the first track would have been Anything, um, and Back to Hell. Incidentally, I found another song, another album. I just had to have it. And this is really like old, because I don't know if you can see it, but you. It's been ages since I've seen that on an album, a CD album, but so Hits Out of Hell, this one, and it features Bat Out of Hell, Read Them and Weep, Midnight at the Lost and Found, 2 out of 3 game. Oh, that's a great song. Dead Ringer for Love, yeah, again. Modern Girl, I'm gonna love her for the both of us. You took the. I almost started singing that. Did you? You took the word. It's so like. Yeah, you took the words right out my mouth. I'm live streaming at the moment.
Oh, okay.
Um, uh, what was your question?
Where are we going tomorrow?
It's on my iPad. On the sofa. Paradise by the Dashboard Light. And yeah, killer. Now,
Well, in Safari on Google.
Safari, I think. I left something open.
Well, I just opened that.
You might need to backtrack. Yeah, that's the, because it's got a
That one, the top one, yeah.
yeah. If you wanna go and buy it.
Was there by 7 exit?
It's not too far of a drive though, is it?
I don't know until.
Right. So this one is a real puzzler, because the music I mean, it's a beautiful film. It's an absolute beautiful film, but it was as scary AF. I mean, it was. I mean, I'm in my 40s now, and I'm still like, that music, like, perfectly like composed. So you've got Unchained Melody. Everyone knows, like, Unchained Melody, but the instrumental tracks are really quite lengthy, like over 7 minutes. The second track is Ghost. 3 is Sam. That's over 5 minutes. Ditto, Carl, Molly. The orchestral version of Unchained Melody, end credits, and then bonus tracks, Fire Escape and Oda May and Carl. I mean, it's very dark as a film, you know, but that still scares the out of me. I mean, I watched it with my brother at a very unsuitable age. I, I mean, um, yeah, I've not had the heart to, like, um, yeah, I was into steps. I fancied one member of of the group. You know, I wouldn't say I was a massive fan. I liked a few, but yeah. Um, I'm just trying to find something that you guys are gonna like. Um, and that's why I can't work in an office. Now, if you're just wondering, Nat, where's your Queen stuff? That's upstairs in a cabinet, locked cabinet, because I'm a bit funny with Queen. I like to buy the limited, like rare stuff. Okay. So it's all upstairs. Now, oh no, I'm gonna leave that until the end because I know people are gonna judge me. Okay, hashtag don't judge. um I went through a period of really loving this lady. Love me a bit of soul and R&B, and she had like I say had. I don't know whether she still sings. Does she? I don't know. She's fallen off the radar a bit. Gabrielle. I mean, every single song on there is like the only one that I'm not really. I can take or leave it. Dreams. You know, dreams can come true. Da, 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 da. I've almost gone into another song, but yeah, it's good, good. Right, I've got a comment. So, oh, oh, where's the mouse? It's down on the floor. Oh, oh. I hope it's not disconnected itself because we're in real trouble if it has. Because I can't. Oh, that's all right. Don't start. Don't. It's Jordan. Jordan. Don't start, sister. Like, I will end you. Do not even. The Raggy Dolls. Oh, classic. Oh, I bought their double CD album. It's upstairs. Simon and the Witch. I should do like breaking like iconic theme tunes down because they're not just theme tunes, they're really well like written. And animals the fucking word. Da, 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 da. Yes, thank you. Now sit yourself down. I'm sure I mean, I could be here for hours and hours because I really have got that many CDs. It's a control thing. I can't let go. Um, but the one that I was going to leave till the end, I will show you because I mean, please don't. Please remember, I I was a teenager once. You know, and like many teenagers, we wanted to be accepted. Okay, so bear that in mind when I show you. And I had what was their first album called? Spice, just Spice, and then this was brought out because they they did a movie called Spice World. The most bizarre. This film crew that goes on this like, let's follow the Spice Girls around, and they they're contracted to do this tour, and their friend who's having a baby, and they're not allowed to go and see this friend because they're on contract, so they kind of disappear in this tour bus, and it's yeah, yeah, but again, I didn't like all of the songs. I'll tell you what, the one that I really liked from Spice, their first album, was none of the like big like Say You'll Be There or Wanna Be, or it was If You Can't Dance. Does anyone remember that? And right in the middle, Jerry sings in Spanish or raps in Spanish or something. I quite liked that. So I liked their. I don't know whether it would be classed as a B side to their major hit, but I liked them. Did I like any on here? Too Much wasn't bad because you really got some really velvety notes from Mel B. Saturday, Saturday, Saturday Night Divas. Never Give Up on the Good Time. I quite liked that. No, no, no. Oh, Viva Forever. Do you remember? Do you remember that music video to that? Because Jerry, like, I'm out, and it was all in animated, and they were like pixies or fairies with like these wings, and help me out, Jordan, help me out. And this like egg that was bigger than they were, and they tapped the egg, and suddenly it crystallized into I don't know what. I mean, but as teenager, you just took it for what it was. I mean, no shade, but that animation was creepy AF, at the time. So, but yeah, Viva Forever. And yeah, and also like I really liked the play. It was like what the song I'm talking about is The Lady is a Vamp. Okay. Now I liked it because it was like an answer to or another conversation. The Lady is a Tramp, which is a great swing and jazz standard, actually. But the lady it's really saucy. It name drops like you wouldn't believe. We've got like Elvis. I remember Elvis was a cooler shaker, something melody, something something. So I say, but yeah. Uh, um. So I dipped in and out. I dipped in and out. Okay, Tenor. I must confess that twice a year I listen to yes, I know them. I know what you are referring to. Philosophy of the World full album. Considered the word. Yeah, yep, I know. I know them, and I there's a really interesting story behind the shags, um, that they weren't really into into the music as much as their father was. Okay, so from what the research that I did like years and years and years ago when I first came across them, uh, um, apparently the father was hungry for success, not necessarily for them, because I mean, you tell me if I should react to the shags. I mean, I won't lie. You guys know what you get from me is what you get. You know. But if I'm being negative, I always like to spin it around and say, well, yeah, the timing's like, not the thing. Okay, there is no timing. Um, but at least they turned up for the gig. You know what I mean? So let me know if you would like that, because I feel as though we're in danger of, this is rubbish. That's rubbish. It's like, uh, um, you know, and defining perfection can't be defined by running it through a machine. You know where I'm going with this. I would rather hear, I don't care. Like, literally, I do not care if you're slightly flat. You know, because that's expression. You know, I want, I want to get into your world. You know, I want your vocal expression. I want you to drag me with you. I want to come along, and like, if you're gonna put it in a machine to, like, let's iron this out, this out, this out, this out, this out. Yeah, no thanks. Um, and it takes a lot for me to, like, you know, the uh, the 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 black and white cat stare off in the alleyway. Ears go down, don't they? But I've got a very interesting Freddie Mercury video coming up, and my outrage. Uh, um, so it's not just my view. I mean, the type of video that is coming up has been expressed by vocal coaches, other like trend singers, and like, we just cannot it's sacrilege, so look out for that. Um yeah, I might just do that. Um the shags, they I mean, that's what happens when you're forced to do something that you did not sign up for. Okay. And in a way, you're living someone else's dream. It's a bit like if I was forced to play the ukulele. Not that I could, because I guess you need two hands to play it successfully. But um, okay, I don't like the ukulele. Okay, it is not one of my. I don't mind it now and again, but when it's like, we went through a phase, didn't we, where every frigging thing was ukulele based. Okay, go away before I smash it up. Okay, overkill, overkill. And if I was being forced to, like, come on camera and, like, pluck this blasted instrument, and my heart's not really in it, or being forced to sing something so not me. When I say sing something, I mean like genre based. So like outside jazz, uh, um, I can't think of it because I pretty much like you know I love folk. I love my blues. You know that is so fused in jazz anyway. Uh, Um, I can't think of anything that I would like. You joking me at this point? Yeah, I can't think of anything. Um, but if you're watching, um, I mean, I'm here for another 10 minutes. Um, you know, I mean, I just love the fact that music it's almost like a conveyor belt. You know what you think you're always going to be into as a teenager, you know um because life kind of is this like forever wave, and it does influence, certainly if you're a musician or vocalist, it certainly influences what you end up listening to, that like early 20s, um and I mean, I was heavily into uh dance, you know but I think that was only because it was everywhere, you know I used to be in uh retail where it was constant, it was on that loop, so it would get in there. And then when you got home, had a shower, went out to the nightclub, it would be like, oh God, back at work again. Some of it was all right. Some of it was like, oh God, you've just puked over a keyboard or synthesizer or a drum like machine. It's like, and then like when I found Queen, I mean that was like, oh my God, where have you been? Where have you been? And then I learned how Freddie left us. Then I'm like, oh, and then yeah, so it is this kind of wave machine that I don't think you ever, you're always on that. You're always on the conveyor belt, discovering. Like, I mean, I remember when I rushed out and got Enya. I mean, the first song I ever remember, because at school, uh, uh, we had two assemblies, one Monday and one the last assembly of the week, Friday, and they used to put Enya on, as you were finding your seat and things. And I mean, I like Sail Away because I remember 'cause it's all connected, you see. I remember P&O Ferries using it, not highly original, you know. Sail away. Buy two for one. This, um, Dover Crossing. It's yeah, okay. Oh, that's nothing. That they used Robert Palmer Rip Riptide. Okay, if you remember that song, just because it's had probably tide in the title. But yeah, I remember. Oh, and when Titanic's soundtrack came out, you know, I learnt that someone, Cecil, I think her name is. Do forgive me if I'm pronouncing it wrong. Um, was doing all that with her amazing soprano voice. Mind blown. Mind blown. Because I thought, like most of my friends, I think at the time, we just thought it was on the keyboard kind of thing, you know, because it was so, in a way, not of this world. You know what I mean when I say that? It's like the head can't compute, sorry, that a human did that. It was like so pure and so like not of this world. It like blew my mind. Um, right, Tenor, would you please consider reacting to Limelight? Um, yep, I will make a note of that. Oh, why do I never have a pen and piece of paper? Right, hang on. Oh, I'm just gonna have to grab that, and then I'll put it in the book when I find the book. Right. So, Limelight. Limelight. Thank you guys for turning up tonight. I mean, considering it's a Friday, you know, the start of your weekend. Um, Limelight. So that features Gary Brooker. And Julia. Rick Wakeman and Rick. And Chaka Khan. Didn't she do a? I do know a Chaka Khan. So, if you're still with me, Jordan, what one do I know? Chaka Khan. And if you say I feel for you, I will bring you. Okay, studio version. Right, I'll try and get that done probably Monday. Because nothing else is like piqued my interest. And like I always say, the only thing that will stop that is the old block, you know. But I think we can. I mean, if it gets blocked, I'll just like whip a, you know, dispute, pleading my case. Um, but thank you so much, guys. You really enjoying the new music that I'm being exposed to at the minute. My other channel, which I share with Jacob, is I don't know what's going. Well, the YouTube aren't promoting it. I mean, before Christmas, it went mad. It was like, and then since the new year, it's like we're getting one subscriber a week. And when you consider the amount of editing involved, does it sound like I'm just whinging? I mean, I don't want the success for me. That's the thing. I want it for him. Okay. Um, but we just don't seem to be able to kind of, I know it will never be as big as this channel. I know because this channel is basically me and music. You know, and I get that. I get that, but I just like, you know, it does sound like I'm moaning, doesn't it? You know, I should be grateful just of 679 subscribers, really, shouldn't I? I mean, yeah, I do. I am. I don't mean to be ungrateful because I'm really not. I value every single one of you. I mean, just for watching my tat on the internet, you know, um, I can't claim to be a proper creator. I just like speak my feelings. Um, and what I love about it, you guys, is, and I've said this before, but I love how I'm able to connect with you on this platform that I couldn't do in real life. Okay. If you think about me, and I mean, gigging and singing with a band, like I perform with a local band, that's slightly different because the actual staging lighting is so friggin' bright. I can't see anyone. So it's just me and the boys, you know. But because of my autism, uh, I that stops me from interacting with a lot of people, you know. So that's what makes my job on the tube so thrilling, because I'm able to talk about my love and my passion and connect with you guys. Some of you are musicians, some of you are vocalists, some of you are just music fans. And let's not just like just music fans, you know? If it weren't for you music fans, you know, I wouldn't be talking about this band or this singer, you know? And we all connect, and that's why I'm still here. That's why I'm still doing what I'm doing. I just want to, because the other side of me, of course, the goth, the graveyard hop, you know, um, I just want to show the other side of me, I guess. I don't know. So if you are able to lend your cursor towards the subscribe button over there, that would be awesome. Um, and it means I get to spend time with Jacob, which is always a bonus because if you're a couple or if you were a couple, and you manage to find something you can do together regularly, you know, um, get your mind out the gutter first. Just heard myself say that back, and ooh, ew. Um, well, sometimes I do. Yeah, because it's connecting, isn't it? It's always connecting. So our second channel is the Grim Seekers. Okay, just type the Grim Seeker. I know it's not really inventive, is it? Like it's a play on the Grim Reaper, but I do not claim to be that creative. I'm simply not. Okay, so I've written the artist and song down for you. And I will be back on Monday. Have a great weekend. If you've got any plans or you're just gonna chill. What? Oh, by the way, I'm getting a new sofa on Monday, so say goodbye to that old wreck. Um, and I'll see you on Monday. Thank you guys. You mean the world to me. Bye bye.